Hi everyone, well, thank you for listening. This is Matthias van Kamp. I'm your host for the GameDevCast podcast, and this is a special exclusive interview with Matt Sawyer, who is the owner and founder of engamer.net. Now, Engamer, if you haven't heard about it already, is a website that is basically a platform for indie game developers who can create their website on there and have pretty much a very easy time in advertising and marketing their product. So Matt, hi.
Hiya.
So tell us about Engamer. So what is it? What is it about? What can indie game developers do there, and why should they come to your site?
Yeah, well, I suppose in a nutshell, engamer.net is a platform for indie developers so that they can establish an online presence. I mean, I appreciate that in this day and age, it can be quite difficult to build your own website, especially if you don't have your own technical know-how. Or maybe you don't have the time and you want to focus more on the game development. I think that's where we come in, really. We provide you with a website and a couple of back-end tools. You can manage your project, get a couple of statistics about how you're performing online, and just to speed things up, really. So you can get a website in minutes rather than spending weeks developing one.
Oh yeah. So basically, you're really offering tools to indie game developers to spend their time more efficiently in getting an online presence, as opposed to creating their own website and kind of going through weeks of development time to trying to figure out how all of the CSS works and how all of the scripting works, and maybe they don't have, even if they have the technical know-how, it still takes a lot of time, and they have to have people who know how to do it. So you basically solve that problem by giving them tools to do it with very little back end, very little time input, really.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Okay, so that's very cool. So, do you have is any of the features paid, or everything is free?
Well, yeah, at the moment, I think for the foreseeable future, the site's going to be very much a free community. As a user, you can sign up an account and look at projects, comment on them, and you can also create your own project profiles. And there's no limit on the number you can create. If you're a developer and you may maybe have 2 or 3 projects on the go, you can quite easily go on there and register 3 pages.
Oh yeah, that's very cool. So so basically, if I'm an indie game developer, basically all I do is I sign up for an account and I create a new project, and that's about it.
Yeah, exactly right.
Okay, that's very simple actually. So I'm looking through some of the projects that are already on here, and I'm looking at Sin City, which is a project by Psycho. As it looks like. It already looks pretty interesting, actually. There's not many projects on here as of yet, but it seems like there's some growth in it, and it seems like a very interesting website. Now, there's also a forum, I see. So there's a sort of community around your website. So have you seen a lot of activity? Have you seen a lot of traffic?
Yeah, I mean, I've got to say, when we first started off, things were a bit slow moving. We created the website, it was all there, but no one knew it was there. So that was the first difficult thing. So one of the things I've been trying to do recently is just to have a look around the internet, try and get some popular projects to come join us. Because you'll notice that a lot of the activity at the moment seems to be in particular projects like Poker Defense we've got there. And yeah, I've found that when popular projects join the site, they tend to attract their own fan base who then get involved in the project and within the Endgamer community as well.
So basically, it's a sort of branching community where you have the project creators who attract their own fan base, and then you have like all of the fans coming over.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And one of the key things which I really wanted to achieve with this site was if you were a project and you attracted fans, obviously those fans are now using Engamer and they can perhaps be recommended other projects that they may be interested in. So it's not only attracting your own projects, it's also good for you as a developer because it helps other users discover your project.
Oh yeah, that's very cool actually. So I'm looking at the sort of the site layout, and it has a nice, sleek layout, very very oversightful. Very easy to use. So I'm looking at the projects view, and it's very, very nice, very nicely shaped. So it has a nice simple tile layout, which is very oversightful. So you can really see what projects there is. It kind of reminiscent of the Steam tile layout when you have like your game library as a tile view. So you can very easily browse through the projects that you may be interested in. It's just a good website design. I think this website has a very big amount of potential actually for indie game developers. Now, as an indie game developer myself, I would indeed be very interested in creating an account on this website. So, yeah, with that said, is there anything more that we may have not touched upon on this project?
Yeah, I mean, like you said there, we've got the tile layout for the projects page. I mean, as a new user, you might look at it and think it's quite simple. Where are the searching tools? I mean, I think because we're new at the moment, we've obviously got those. I think it's 13 projects on the main page there. And one of the things I'd be quite keen to do in future is actually to add some advanced searching features. So maybe group projects into categories so that you can do an advanced search. Say you were a user interested in first-person shooters made in the Unreal Engine, you can maybe type that into a search and get all those projects back.
Oh yeah. That's a very good idea actually. So kind of tag projects according to what engine they're made of, or what engine they're made with, what kind of game genre they are, and what kind of community they attract. Sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly right. I mean, at the moment, those features aren't in there, but it's certainly in my task list of things to do in future.
Oh yeah, so yeah, that's very cool. So with that, I think we have said all there is to say about this. And yeah, I would like to thank you very much for the interview.
Yeah, no problem.
And yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you on the podcast on Sunday. So if you're listening to this Sunday is going to be an episode of the podcast, and Matt is going to be on it. So be sure to tune in, and see you next time.